the U.S., and its obsession with cars. Welcome to English with Billy, where we dive into the stories and ideas that make up everyday life. I'm your host, Billy, and today we're hitting the road, literally. We're exploring the obsession Americans have with cars. If you visit the United States, you'll quickly notice that cars are everywhere. People drive to work, to school, to buy groceries, and even just for fun. Cars are a big part of American culture, and the country is built around the idea of getting from place to place in a personal vehicle. But why is this the case? And what impact does it have on society and the environment? In this episode, we'll explore how cars became such a central part of life in the U.S., the car culture that has developed, and the consequences, both good and bad, of this obsession. We'll also learn some new words to help you talk about transportation in English. To understand why cars are so important in the United States, we have to go back to the early 20th century. In 1908, a man named Henry Ford revolutionized the car industry with the Model T, a car that was affordable for the average American. Before that, cars were a luxury only rich people could afford. Ford's invention changed everything. As more people bought cars, cities and towns began to change. Roads were built to connect different parts of the country, and the interstate highway system was created in the 1950s. This system of wide, fast roads made it easy to travel across the U.S., and it encouraged people to move out of crowded cities into suburban areas where they needed cars to get around. Let's learn the word revolutionized. To revolutionize something means to make a big, important change that affects how things are done. Henry Ford revolutionized the car industry by making cars affordable for everyone. Today, the United States has more cars than almost any other country in the world. The love for driving is deeply ingrained in American culture. Cars are more than just a way to get from point A to point B. They're a symbol of freedom, independence, and adventure. Many Americans dream of getting their first car as teenagers, and driving is often seen as a rite of passage into adulthood. The open road is a powerful image in American life, representing the ability to go anywhere and do anything. Car culture is also about style and identity. People love customizing their vehicles, whether it's adding new rims, putting in a powerful sound system, or even modifying the engine to make the car go faster. Car shows and races are popular events, and some people spend hours working on classic cars in their garages. Movies like The Fast and the Furious and songs about driving have made cars even more appealing. Road trips where people drive long distances to explore the country are a beloved tradition. From Route 66 to the Pacific Coast Highway, the U.S. is full of famous drives that people from all over the world come to experience. But the love affair with cars has a dark side, too. Because the U.S. is so car-dependent, it has some serious problems. One major issue is traffic congestion. In big cities like Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago, people spend hours stuck in traffic every week. This can be stressful and time-consuming. Another big problem is pollution. Cars are a major source of greenhouse gases, which contribute to climate change. Air pollution from car emissions also affects people's health, especially in urban areas. Even though electric cars are becoming more popular, most people in the U.S. still drive cars that run on gasoline. Here's a term: greenhouse gases. These are gases like carbon dioxide that trap heat in the atmosphere and cause the planet to warm. Cars release a lot of greenhouse gases, making transportation a big factor in climate change. The U.S. also has a lack of public transportation in many areas. While some cities, like New York and Washington, D.C., have good subway systems, many towns and suburbs do not. This means that if you don't have a car, it can be difficult to get around. Despite these challenges, there are efforts to reduce America's reliance on cars. Cities are investing in bike lanes and better public transportation, and more people are using ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft. Electric cars, like Teslas, are also gaining popularity. These cars are better for the environment and could help reduce pollution. Urban planners are thinking about how to design cities that are more walkable, so people don't always need a car to get around. The idea is to create communities where people can easily walk to stores, schools, and parks. Another movement gaining momentum is carpooling, where people share rides to work or school. This reduces the number of cars on the road and helps lower emissions. What does the future look like? Self-driving cars, also called autonomous vehicles, are already being tested in some cities. These cars use technology to drive themselves, and experts believe they could make driving safer and more efficient. But there are still many challenges to solve before self-driving cars become common. The future of transportation might also include more investment in trains and buses, making it easier for people to travel without cars. But for now, the car remains a powerful symbol of freedom and mobility in the United States. America's obsession with cars is a complex topic, full of history, culture, and both positive and negative impacts. Cars give people independence and a way to explore the country, but they also come with challenges like pollution and traffic. Understanding this obsession can help us think about how to create a more sustainable and connected future. Thank you for joining me today on English with Billy. I hope this episode gave you a better understanding of why cars are such a big part of American life. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to subscribe and come back for more explorations into culture, behavior, and the ways we move through our world. Until next time, stay curious and maybe take a walk instead of a drive.